Big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video.
First brought me and my father into.
And I'll go over the brief and take notes. The outfits are here on the floor.
Nothing about him appears solid. Nothing about him feels real. I don't think about that though. I can't. Besides, everything looks otherworldly when you've been crying for 3 hours straight. The police officer and nurse brought me and my father into a tiny so I hand her the extra elastic band from getting caught off campus at night and excellent Hermione. Shush. Cheers. Alice just break things and scream. I'm tall, red hair, sharp, and Walla. This is my boyfriend, y'all. Evan.
I've tried a few different activities, but whatever I do just leads me back to science.
Well, let's think about it. What's the opposite of science? How about fantasy? Magic and dragons? We have a whole section.
Ooh, that sounds intellectually bankrupt. I'll give it a shot.
It's getting very much rough. I'm getting ready to gather myself for the day. We've got a lot to do today. I figured it would be fun to do a little productive vlog. Number one, to hold myself accountable. When I film these types of things, I actually get everything done. But also just because the day is so full, I feel like I actually have some productivity things that I can actually film instead of just sitting in front of the computer editing all day, which we will be still doing that. It is nice and gloomy outside, so I just decided this morning, and really honestly lately, I'm very much in the business of switching up my routine. I shared with you guys in my last productivity vlog that I do have ADHD, so routines are really just not my best friend. Hold on, I need to find a hairstyle. But it's funny to me that I just found this out as of lately. I did not realize this about the creator community, but you guys know I spend a lot of time with a lot of creators. It just came to my realization that most of the creators that I have come across are very type A people. And I say this because obviously we're the ones making the content and we're the ones doing the daily routine vlogs and stuff like that. And I always just wondered, how do people stick to these routines? How do people wake up at 5 a.m.? How do people do the same exact thing every single day? And I realized, with hanging out with some of my friends who are creators, most of them are type A people. And they'll say that to you, they'll be like, yeah, I'm very type A. You know, that's just not me. I literally cannot do that. I can do a routine and stick to it and be motivated for a while. But the thing is, with ADHD, I get really bored really quickly. And so once that routine becomes boring to me, baby, we can't do it anymore, because now, if anything, I'm just gonna be lazy. If I'm sticking to that same routine that makes me bored, it just makes me lazy. And I'm really not a lazy person at my core. This is something I just had to realize about myself. And maybe you are this way too. So if you are, it's just something you have to realize. Don't be hard on yourself. These daily routine videos are just not gonna work for everybody. If it's somebody who is more type A, a more organized person, somebody who likes to stick to a daily routine, doesn't deviate from the plan, a lot of routine videos might work for you. But if you're somebody like me, it might be cute for a few days. It might even be cute for a couple weeks, a month. but anything over that, like, you need change. And so that's just something that I've been putting more into my routine. Once it gets boring, once I don't have interest in it anymore, I just switch something around. Nothing like big or crazy, just little small changes that makes me more excited to start my day.
Y'all stay true. And what that's gonna do for your channel. So for your IQ, ignore all the channels, don't type in the root or not, but this overall score because it takes
Okay, the makeup is done. I've previously had to make this Stanley Cup an attachment to me. On days like this where it's like a very productive day, I'm working a lot, I literally forget to drink water. But guess what made me remember? The headache and the pain that is starting in my neck. But yeah, this is the look for today. I went ahead and did my hair and makeup because I was actually gonna start off with editing with you guys and sitting in front of the computer, but it's super cloudy today and I just don't want to play with the natural lighting. That is the thing about being a creator. You really are just at the mercy of natural lighting, unfortunately. And so with me having to film some brand content today, I need all the natural lighting I can get because this isn't even my content. Like, this is content that a brand has paid for. So without further ado, we getting ready to do. I basically had to film a summer video, and the video is surrounding completely around like swimwear. I think it's pretty obvious who I'm working with. I've told you guys time and time again, I've been working with them for a really long time. They basically give me a concept and I put everything together. So I'm just kind of taking out what I went and purchased over the weekend and then just making sure everything looks good and planning the outfits before I actually like put them on and style the video. It just makes it much easier. I would say this is actually my favorite part. My least favorite part is what's gonna come up next. Yeah, we're getting ready to put together some little summer outfits. Really swim outfits, but you get it. I've got all the outfits arranged and it looks a hot mess. That is the one thing about content creation. I feel like the results are beautiful, the process very messy. Like, this is what we got right now, and I actually put some stuff away because I had to go through like my archival box of things that I already had that I could pair with this. But the outfits are here on the floor. Got this light yellow one piece. Sorry, it's a little unfocused, and you can see the bags and the accessories that I'm matching them with. I'm stepping all over the clothes, y'all, but I don't know where else to step. Ooh. Then we've got this little cute little knit dress as a cover up, little sporty number right here. This bright one is a little tanning swim outfit, and then this last one is definitely giving coastal cowgirl with the tankini top and the white maxi skirt, and of course the little cowgirl hat. I know right up here it just looks like a mess, but trust me, I understand what's going on. I don't know, maybe y'all do too. But let me show y'all how I organize this. Like, I don't just literally put these things together. I literally have to write all these out. And so I typically take these notes before I even meet with them. We set up a meeting and I'll go over the brief and take notes, and then I'll have any questions that I have down here. But this is literally like where I planned out each outfit. Like, I was in the store shopping, and so I wrote like family poolside hangout, yellow one piece, like according to what I found, because if I don't do this, I'm literally not going to know what to buy, know if I double bought, know if I underbought, because we're not trying to make another run to the store, you know? And then like I write little notes. Like, all of this is for basically this Instagram video for them. And this is actually a short brief, or short notes on my part. Yeah, that's how I keep up with it. Alright, we're getting ready to do my test shot. Make sure that it's squared away well. I was doing front camera filming before, but to be honest, the back camera is just so much better. So it's honestly really inconvenient because you can't see yourself. And so you kind of have to play around with it a little bit more, but it's also like the quality's better. So like the audience enjoys it more, the brand enjoys it more. So like, you know, they're paying me. So like, what else am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go through it and try to get the best shot that I can. So I kind of use the squares to gauge where I'm gonna be at in the picture. I sound old. The picture. You know, the video. I kind of need to line up with the right side of the door frame actually. So let's see if I can get that right. Let's say about right here. Let's see how much wingspan room I have. This is a test, y'all. This is a test. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see. My big head. Okay, I actually could scoot over a little more than that, which is great. I felt really weird being all the way over there. It'll be better. And also, there is a white speck on the floor. So let's try that again. Right here. Which makes sense because now I actually feel like I'm looking at the back camera. I think this is perfect. All right, let me go put on the first outfit. I'm done. Also, guess what? My camera is full of memory now. So that means I can't record on my camera until I clear it out, which I'm about to do. But sorry, I'm literally starving. The actual filming process ended up taking like an hour even, and that's not including like the planning the outfits and stuff like that. And that's also not including me actually going to the store, multiple stores by the way, and like putting together and planning like the outfits that I wanted. The next thing that I have to do involving this, because I have to edit it as well, is the post-production process. So that pretty much consists of me sending it over to my iPad and then edit it on CapCut. I would show you guys, but there's really no point of me showing you guys because, well, I guess that's a different platform, but we're already going to be doing some post-production today. We're going to be editing an actual vlog, so I don't want to do a whole bunch of editing processes. I'm getting ready to go take a quick little break, eat a quick little snack because my stomach is touching my back. I might even take off this makeup, which I'm actually kind of sad because the makeup ate, like, just for me not to even step out of my apartment. Like, why did she eat? She didn't have to eat like this. And you see these earrings? I'm obsessed with the earrings. I just want to let you know that I feel like a new woman. Makeup is off. I decided to even like go ahead and re-wet my hair. I just took a whole shower. Between having to take makeup off and re-moisturizing my hair, I was like, that is way too much to to be trying to do, outside of the shower. I mean, I'm not going anywhere else tonight, so I guess I don't have to take a shower tonight. Y'all, please tell me why this is the thing that I play in the background while I'm working. It's like this little Animal Crossing coffee shop chatter video, and basically it just makes me feel like other people are here and other people are doing things while I'm doing things. We're gonna mute it so y'all can hear me. That may or may not be a little sad. I don't know. To me, it's just innovative. Is this the appropriate time to talk about how much I want a dog? Like, I want a dog so badly. Like, it makes me so sad. Because as long as I live in this apartment, I just feel like it would be mean for me to have a dog. I mean, would they fit? Yes. But I just want my dog to be able to, like, really run around and have access to outside without having to get on an elevator. You know, earlier when you were watching me like kind of do my makeup and like get ready this morning, and how I had like a video on the background, I always do that. It gives me like something to listen to. But also, like, on my truly productive days, I feel more productive because I'm learning something while also doing my work. I just say it to say because I'm literally about to watch this video again because I just feel like he was dropping so many gems. Honestly, for some of you guys, this might be like really boring stuff because he's talking about like YouTube SEO. But in layman's terms, he's talking about how to get like the most views on your channel, like genuinely. While doing my makeup was just not the perfect time to watch this video, so I'm literally about to get ready to watch it again so I can actually take notes and apply, okay? Okay, so fun, not so fun fact for me, but maybe fun for you guys. I have been doing YouTube all wrong. Like, I kid you not, since the beginning. If you're sitting here watching this, you already know, like, I've been going through like a little rebrand on my YouTube channel. So you may have noticed like my videos have been looking different. Somebody even commented and asked like, are you taking a class? Like, why do your videos look really good lately? The answer is yes, girl, yes. Yes, I've been taking classes. Now, this is nothing new for me as far as a rebrand goes. I think this is like my third rebrand that I've been going through on YouTube. And rebranding, honestly, is really like starting a YouTube channel from scratch. It's something your viewers are not used to seeing. You lose a lot of people. You know, it's hard, but it's something I just had to be okay with to be able to do what like I truly want to do. Because let's face it, you're just not always gonna be the same person. And something new that I want to venture to is I wanted to start doing like more beautiful vlogs. Like, that's why I started the Comfy and Chic Diaries, because I really wanted to be like, the ultimate comfort YouTuber. I just wanted like super cozy feeling but still chic because I'm a fashion girl type vlogs. So that meant having to figure out how to make my vlogs more beautiful, how to make them more engaging. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, literally for 4 straight years I have been on here winging it until the last couple of months. That's really good actually. Now that I think about it, it just makes me think like, wow, when I actually apply the tools that apparently every other successful YouTuber has been applying, imagine how big this channel will be. So one class actually that helped me a lot with the beginning of making my vlogs more beautiful, it was a video by Carrie Cakes, which is pretty much her ultimate beginner's guide of making vlogs for YouTube. She runs her own like huge vlog channel. She was teaching how to shoot A-roll and B-roll. And just to put this in layman's terms, A-roll is like how I'm speaking to you right now, the main footage in the timeline. B-roll is whenever you see me like I'm talking to you, which I probably will put some B-roll over this. It's the extra added footage to help make things more interesting. When it came to B-roll, I thought you just see something pretty and you press record. No, she actually breaks down in her class how to obtain the most beautiful B-roll and the most engaging footage so that people stay interested, intrigued, and so that it is beautiful. Not just seeing something beautiful and being like, click. So you guys know I'm an ex-teacher. One thing about me, I love learning, okay? Summertime is the best time to me to learn something. I think just because my energy is more up, whether it's a craft just to pass the time, or it's something that's gonna make me some money. The most helpful classes that I found thus far, because I've done extensive research, have by far been on Skillshare, and that's where I found all of these classes. Y'all, we love Skillshare over here. This is my second time working with them, and I'm so excited because the content on there is just so helpful. They have photography, graphic design, music, cooking, business, and even marketing classes. The difference between Skillshare and learning something on YouTube is on Skillshare, the teachers who are providing these courses are not at the mercy of an algorithm. You look up these same topics on YouTube. Unfortunately for us creators, we do have to keep it engaging so it doesn't hurt our video and our views. And so sometimes we have to speed past like important information. Skillshare, the teachers don't have to worry about that. They chose the top-notch people and said, hey, can you teach people how to do this thing that you do really well? If you missed the opportunity last time, they are providing my subscribers with this opportunity once again. If you are one of the first 500 people that hits the link in my description box, that will provide you a 1-month free trial to try Skillshare for yourself. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. Now we've got some more work to do. It is editing time.
Yeah.
I definitely use satin. Satin is better for your hair.
Alright, thanks.
Bye. She didn't even say I love you. That's crazy. I'm editing my Mother's Day vlog from when I went home. Go see my mommy. This isn't even all the footage. This is only some of the footage from day one because I actually record on the camera that I'm filming on now. And I've switched over to also filming with my iPhone just when I go out because I got really tired of taking my vlog camera everywhere. And to be honest, the iPhone does really good footage shooting. All right, now I'm just gonna add everything to the timeline. People say this all the time and it's probably so annoying, but if you ever wanted to get into vlogging or creating content, but especially vlogging on YouTube, I feel like all of us have started on our phone, to be honest. Because trust me, I'm one of those people too where I'll be like, oh, I'll start when I have this or when I get to this. If we're being real with ourselves, that's an excuse. So if like creating content or like YouTube vlogging was something that you wanted to do, don't say you waiting to get a camera, okay? Because literally there are people like huge, way bigger than me. I see them, they're literally on their phone. Forgetting to drink water again. I just arranged everything on the timeline. This is all of my footage for day one, like unedited, uncut. Let's see how much we have. It's 38 minutes worth of footage, which actually I didn't even think it was gonna be that much because I felt like I barely vlogged that weekend, and this is not even the whole entire vlog. Normally when I have footage, it's like 2 hours worth of footage that I have to look through. While I'm doing this, I do want to be helpful. I don't want you to just like watch me edit. Some people might just find that fun, but for the people who may be interested in doing this themselves, I do have 3 tips that I want to give you guys that I'm just gonna give you as I actually do them myself. And the first one is actually capturing like that scenery, making it beautiful. This is something I actually have been doing for years, but I kind of stopped at one point. But I think I've delved deeper into it now more than ever. So as you can see at the beginning here, we are in my mom's. Why do we have the habit of saying like my grandma's house, my mom's house, when like a man and a woman live there and they're married? Anyways, this is my mom's living room, and I just felt like it was such a vibe. This was early in the morning, so I wanted to set the scene for you when I was filming, and so I wanted you to feel like you were there. And these are just things that I just noticed in the house that stood out to me, made it feel like home. And that was like the trees through the windows, so I recorded that. It was a little baby picture of my sister when she was all a little fat and chunky and cute. So I recorded that because it just really, I felt like it really gave off family vibes. I think this is my great-granddad. Yeah, you can see like the crackles on the picture. Like it just very homey and stuff. And then you see me like coming downstairs. So yeah, a big thing when I film like aesthetically pleasing vlogs is I like to capture scenery. I love when you guys say like, oh, I felt like I was there. And I feel like a lot of y'all feel that way because I do that. Like I pay attention to the scenery as a whole. I start out wide and then I close in on certain shots to make you feel like you're there and to kind of give you and feed you. In this case, I'm trying to feed you family home vibes. So that's just a little tidbit on a big part of my vlogging process and now my editing process, because just because it's lined up on the timeline like this doesn't even mean I recorded it that way, but I arrange it so that it makes sense to you and it doesn't seem confusing. Because to be honest, this first video right here, this video that I'm pointing at with me just kind of walking around the house and talking, that was the first video I filmed. But if I just came out the gate with that, it's not really giving the vibe that I want. You know, I want you to know where we at first before I just start talking. Okay, little confession. I use AI to help me edit. It's really not that big of a deal. I only use it on the part where it's a lot of talking. I used to just go through and like chop it up so much. But since I have been really cutting my videos so much, I've been using this thing called Gling. I will link it down below, but I will say you do have to pay for it, unfortunately. Actually, they have a free version, but you can only edit up to 1 hour of footage. But I started with the free version, but it really just wasn't enough for me, so now I pay for it. But let me just show you, like, it took me from, so it was worth 5 minutes worth of footage, but it chopped me down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So pretty much where you see all these blocks right here, it cut all of those for me. And that's just parts where I was being repetitive, or I did like a pause or something like that, because nobody wants to see that. And honestly, I don't even want to see it when I'm editing. So if I'm being completely honest, people say all the time like, oh, like you don't really need to spend a lot of money to create content. And it's true, you don't. But I found like to make things easier and to create the best content, I have had to spend some money. Like, you know what they say, like if you invest in yourself, it will pay off. And so that's kind of what I do. Like I could use free things, but it would take me longer and the quality may not be as good. So yeah, there's actually several things that I pay for just to create content. But the cool thing is I get to claim it on my taxes. Time check. It is 8:07 p.m. I sat here about 6 p.m. so we've been over here for like 2 hours. You can see it is getting a little bit dark outside. The sun is going down. I cut the footage down to 28 minutes. Now we get to do the fun part. I normally wait till the very end to do this, but just for the sake of showing you my process, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. My third tip for making really aesthetically pleasing vlogs, your music. So I've done many various things as far as music has went. When I first started, I can't remember what I did. But I know I have used Thematic, which is something you pay for when I was really big into like the lo-fi music. I've done the SoundCloud thing where you find like remixes of popular songs, but to be honest, that takes a really long time and it's a lot of trial and error because you can get copyrighted. That one's kind of frustrating, so I don't really do that one very often. It's a very sometimesy thing. But my favorite thing of all is to do instrumental, because I feel like instrumental music gives main character vibes. This is actually the platform that I typically use. It is called Epidemic Sound. I just started using this just a couple of months ago. It was more expensive than my Thematic subscription, but I was like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and switch over because it just kind of had more of that vibe that I was looking for romanticizing your life type vlogs. And honestly, you don't even have to pay for music. Sometimes I use the YouTube Music Studio. It's just that there's not a ton of options for the type of music I like. I typically like jazz music, so that's probably what we're gonna use for this vlog as well. I really want to like romanticize like the country lifestyle, southern lifestyle, because that's just how I've been feeling. I pretty much want you to feel by watching this video how I felt being there. So I think the best way to explain that, we're gonna do romantic jazz. These are just a few of the most popular sounds. Let's hear them. That gives intro. I like that one. I think I've used it before, but it definitely gives intro. That one feels like I'm dilly-dallying outside. There's a lot of greenery, the sun is out. Yeah, I kind of just pick music based off of like, if I hear the song and I'm like, oh, that sounds like how I felt in that moment, I pick that song. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how my brain works when it comes to it. There's some music that just doesn't hit when it comes to that. Like, let me show you. There's the section busy and frantic, and sometimes I use it, but with this vlog, it doesn't feel busy and frantic. It feels very slowed down, relaxed, southern, lazy lifestyle. Not saying people in the South are lazy, but I think we are known for just, even like how we talk is lazy. Like, we have that drawl, and so like we elongate all of our words and stuff like that. So even our lifestyle, we just move a little slower. I think it's because it's hot. You know, you ain't gonna move that fast when it's hot. This is faster paced, so it's not gonna fit the little southern vibe we're going for. I do like that song though. I'm gonna save that one. I like that a lot. That gives like I'm going out on like a very elegant dinner, black tie type event.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That one gives, honestly, that one's really good for the video I'm doing today because it's very frantic. It's like very moving around a lot, trying to get things done, like productive vlog vibes. So I would use that one on like a productive vlog type thing. You get the point. But now we're getting ready to add music to my actual vlog that I'm actually editing. Let's get to it. Update, I got the footage down to 7.5 minutes. It is now 9:17 p.m. I usually don't like to work this late, and I'm not gonna say it never happens because it definitely does. That's the thing about working in this job, you really don't have hours for real. But I mean, it's kind of nice too because if you want to wake up later, you can. I mean, is that a good idea? Maybe not, but you can really do what you want to do. It's just that you have to pay for it as well. But it also means like long nights. But I will say that it takes me double the time to work if I'm filming. It's not just like, oh, get on the computer and type. Like, I'm changing the camera and like changing angles and like talking to you guys. So it does make it longer. So on a regular day, editing is long, but it ain't this goddamn long, okay? I think on average, a YouTube video, and you can ask any YouTuber, it's gonna take like 8 hours to maybe 10 or more hours to edit a vlog. So y'all are wondering why I don't do hour vlogs like that very often. It's because I'm trying to improve like the quality and the look of the video, make it an experience, make it something calming and relaxing for you to watch. And that's really hard to do with an hour-long video. I don't know if I mentioned this other tip. There was one more that I wanted to mention, and this is one of the biggest ones that I did not figure out for years in vlogging. And I can't remember if the Carrie Cakes lady is the one who shared this or if it was just some random bit of info I came across, but it was an absolute gem. And that is, when it comes to vlogging, instead of telling, show. And that's because people want to see what you're doing instead of like looking at you talk. Like, you probably would rather see what I'm doing than look at me talk, but I haven't put the footage in. But honestly, I'm tired right now, so you just listen to me talk. But I can show you a little bit. So if you see like at the beginning where you can see what I'm eating for breakfast, instead of showing you what I'm eating for breakfast, I could have like stood there and be like, my mom made biscuits and sausage and she made grits and eggs and now I'm about to eat breakfast. You don't care. The people don't care. And I think that's a big thing that I had to learn. Like, people do not care about that. Like, show them. Don't tell them. Even another example, and this one is even deeper. There's a part in the video where I'm doing a chat about how my Mother's Day went. And so of course that consisted of like what we got her for Mother's Day. Instead of sitting there in the chair talking to you guys about how Mother's Day went and telling you what I got my mom for Mother's Day, just go ahead and cut and show a video of my mom opening her gift in the middle of me talking about Mother's Day and her Mother's Day gift, because she's that good. Gave my mother her Mother's Day gift today. Ooh, yeah.
So we was talking about yesterday. Well, I have too, thank you.
And then I cut back to me talking because people want to see. They don't want to hear you talk about it. They're like, well, dang, I wanted to be there. And that just has helped me so much. If you're a vlogger or a YouTuber, I hope those little tidbits help you. I tried to come up with like my biggest but easiest ones to explain, so I don't bore everybody else to death. Somebody did ask me in my Q&A at the beginning of the year how I edit, what I used to edit, and so I promised that I would share it, and so that's why I'm sharing it today, because sometimes when people ask questions, there's other people who want to know the answer as well. They just haven't asked. So that just brings me to, if there's anything else you want to know about my job, about content creation, whatever, just ask down below, and I promise you I will try my absolute best to get to it, because there may be other people wondering the same question, especially if multiple people are interested in that topic. I can incorporate it into a later YouTube video and delve deeper into it if it's just something you're interested in, or if it's a question you have. But I've been sitting here yapping and editing long enough. My back hurt, my neck hurt. Ugh. I'm just glad that I got this new little laptop stand, because I'm trying to beat getting Technic, or actually I already have Technic. Pretty much get somebody to feel behind your neck, and if you have like a hump behind your neck, it's called Technic, and it's something we get from like looking down at our phones all the time, looking down at computers all the time, especially in the age of like people working from home. It's a good chance if you work from home you have Technic, and it's not a good thing to have. I think you can go to the chiropractor and get it worked out, but I just learned about it on my cabin trip. I didn't even realize I had Technic, and my friend came over and felt, and she was like, yeah, you have it too. So check, you might have it. But hopefully editing like this, like on a little risen stand, is gonna help me a lot, because baby, we don't want no humps in the back of our neck. I am not Fergie, and this is not the Black Eyed Peas. Right about now, I am feeling very much grateful for takeout food. We've got some Cuban food from my favorite Cuban restaurant, and they gave me so much in the to-go box yesterday when I ordered it that I had enough for leftovers today. We love that so much. Cuban food is like one of my favorite foods. I don't know, it might be the Cuban in me, but it just hits extra hard. This one in particular is from this place called Poppy's in Atlanta. So if you are here, I definitely recommend going by there. Very inexpensive, and also recommend, if you go there, order takeout. Don't eat there, because I feel like they give you half the food when you eat there, but when you order it to go, they give you double. Like, this is half of what I had. So let me explain this, because I know it just looks like a pile of who knows what. But we've got some plantain, aka maduros. We have some rice, and then we have some shredded chicken. Just for reference, this is the place that I'm talking about. When you go there, you are going to order the pollo vaca frita. It's so good. I promise y'all, I have put several people onto this, and no one has been disappointed yet, okay? And they give you a lot of food. Oh, I also have black beans, which are in here. So I'm about to heat this up, and I'm about to sit on the couch, and I'm about to finish, or not finish, let me stop. I'm about to work on finishing Game of Thrones. I actually started watching Game of Thrones like in December, and I just got to season 2 like the other day. When I tell you I am the slowest binge watcher, and it's because I really only watch TV whenever I'm eating. I honestly only eat like 2 times a day. Ooh, that's a lot of chicken. I'm gonna enjoy that. But yeah, I know I am super late to the Game of Thrones party, but it is super good, I'm not gonna lie. And this could be a bit of a spoiler if you have not seen Game of Thrones, but also it's like I'm not gonna spoil it fully though. It's just kind of like if you use context clues, you can figure it out. But is it a spoiler if the show is that old? I don't know. I honestly only started watching the show because I am in love with Jason Momoa, aka Lisa Bonet's ex-husband. That means he's available, y'all. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I started watching the show because that man is fine. And if you know, you know. You get to season 2. Let's just say the whole reason I watched the show is not prison. So I'm just giving you a little warning. If you're like me, don't watch Game of Thrones because you want to see Jason Momoa, because you ain't gonna see that much of Jason Momoa, y'all, because I dead thought that I was getting like 5 seasons of him straight. Like, who was gonna tell me? Apparently nobody. Anyways, I'm waiting for my food to heat up. We're gonna go ahead and close this because my productivity is over for the day. I appreciate you so much for like keeping me company while doing this. There is something about somebody watching you that makes you just go full on into gear. Hold on. I got motion sensor lights. And just knowing that somebody's watching me, it made me feel like, oh, I have to finish. Like, it's kind of like, have you ever called somebody when you're cleaning up because you just need somebody else to like watch you while you clean up? It's kind of like that, like vlogging and working at the same time. But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, because I kind of feel like stuff like this is boring because it's like something I do every single day. But then I think back and I'm like, dang, I literally watch other people productivity vlogs. So like, I don't know, you just kind of have to let me know. But I will see you guys in the next video. I love you so much. Good night. Mwah.